Presenting one of the weirdest turntable accessories I've ever seen. It's not quite up there with the radioactive record cleaning brush, but it's pretty close. It looks just like a phono cartridge, except instead of a stylus, it has a 3.5mm audio input jack. It's the Stanton Linemaster DJ Pro, which sold for around $60 in the early 2000s. Made in USA. To understand why such a thing would be useful, let's go back in time about 25 years. Back in the era when they played almost exclusively vinyl records, many DJs had two turntables packaged neatly into a flight case together with a mixer which usually only had two inputs. So if they wanted to connect any other audio source, such as a CD player, a cassette player, or an iPod, they would need to awkwardly disconnect one of the turntables. And needing to disconnect one of the turntables may cause you to forget to reconnect it, leading to an awkward moment of dead air when you go to play your next song. Or conversely, when you play a song from CD, you may forget to switch your mixer from phono to line, and then blow out your audience's eardrums. Or possibly even your speakers. And many entry-level DJ setups had two turntables and a mixing board permanently installed into a console, so there would be no way to add a line input to that without throwing the whole thing out and starting over, which might have not been such a bad idea if it was one of the really cheap and nasty versions with all plastic belt drive turntables. But some of those consoles had pretty decent turntables installed, so it would be a shame to get rid of all that if you just needed to occasionally connect a CD player. Here's how the Stanton website described it in 2003. The turntable line input is that extra line input every DJ has wished for at some point in their lives. This useful accessory allows you to connect one more sound source to your rig without modifying your existing setup. The turntable line input is a line level input processor which plugs right into any standard turntable tone arm. It is designed to take a line level input signal and through a unique filter network process the signal into an RIAA compensated low-level input signal suitable for input into a phono input. Carry this with you to your next club gig or studio session and you'll never wish you had that extra line input again. So with the Linemaster, you don't need to change anything about your setup. All you need to do is remove the entire phono cartridge and headshell assembly, which just unscrews and disconnects easily like that. And most DJ turntables have a little slot back here to store it out of harm's way. Then you just plug the Linemaster directly into the tone arm. It works with any turntable that accepts the standard Technics SL1200 style headshell. Then you just connect your audio input source to it. The tone arm does not need to be placed on a record, nor does the platter need to be spinning. You can leave it in the rest position like this. Then with your mixer left in the phono position, not the line position, you can start your line level audio source playing. Now I'll give you a direct hookup sample of what the Linemaster sounds like. There will be some loss of fidelity and degradation of signal-to-noise ratio by taking a line-level audio source, which is around 500 millivolts, and converting it down to phono level, which is around 5 millivolts, and then boosting it back up to line level in your mixer's phono preamp. But it's minor enough that most people won't notice, especially in a club venue where there's a lot of background noise anyway.
My life has been such a busy thing, with everyone telling me what to do to everything that you feel. Suddenly I realize I no longer remember the song that I used to sing.
Except if you disconnect the cable from your audio source. Then it picks up some hum and buzzing. And yes, the output level of a headphone jack is close enough to line level that it also works fine. So I think the Stanton Line Master is really neat, and even though it may have outlived its originally intended purpose of being used by DJs, maybe the audiophiles who think vinyl sounds best will catch on to it because it allows you to make any audio source sound like vinyl. After all, it's being played through your turntable and your phono preamp.